guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a holiday edition what's in my makeup bag. So as you're watching this, if I've got the timings correct, I will either be in Florida or I'll be on the way. So I thought this was a really good topical video to actually show you what I'm taking with me because I'm going through that process now. And this is the bag that I'm taking. It's a large kind of wash bag from Primark in that kind of washable material, so it doesn't matter if it gets a bit muggy. I've had a couple of these in the past, different patterns, and they last really well and they fit so much in. So I thought this would be perfect to take with me. I'm gonna just get right on in and pick out bits and pieces and show you what I'm taking. I'll try and keep it in some form of order just to make it easier to watch, but we'll see how it goes. So first things first, I'm going to start with base makeup, and I'm taking two foundations with me. This one is the Benefit Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow, and you've seen this on my channel quite a few times, and it's in the shade Ivory, and I love this. Believe it or not, Ivory in this is actually quite dark for me, so I'm taking this on the off chance that I get a tan, but I am one of those unlucky people that just burns in the sun. Then I purchased this yesterday, and it's still got all the wrapping on it. I haven't even got it out of the packaging yet. But it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation with an SPF of 20, which I thought would come in really helpful. And this is also in the shade Ivory. And I really like the Match Perfection foundation from Rimmel, but the thing that sold me on this, because I actually went into stock back up on that, but next to this on the shelf, it said it was sweat-proof, waterproof, and just a longer lasting foundation out of the two. And I thought, probably better in the sun to make sure that once it's on, it's gonna stay on. So I picked this up to give it a try. I also restocked from Rimmel on a couple of other key favourites. So I restocked on the Match Perfection concealer, which is an absolute must for me and was definitely making it into this cut. And this is in the shade 10 Ivory as well. This is so brightening under the eyes. I love it. And it doesn't sit in your fine lines. And it's just really lovely. It sits really comfortably. And I just thought, being in a hot environment, you want something that isn't gonna move or budge or do anything kind of gross under your eyes. And I just know this really works for me, so that's a definite. I then picked up the Stay Matte powder, which is just a classic, isn't it? It's so good. I went for 001 transparent because I didn't really want any colour or necessarily build up too much coverage. I just want to take away the shine and try and conceal some sweat, which is gross. But, you know, we're walking around kind of Disney and Universal parks for days on end. I kind of want to keep the shine to a minimum. So that's definitely coming with me. What other face products do I have? Oh, I packed this, so it's the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer, and I accidentally, maybe kind of 2-3 months ago, picked up the shade 02 Beige, which is a lot warmer for me than I would normally wear, so it's still really full. It's actually relatively similar to this one. I'd say this is a tad thicker, so it's really good on blemishes, and again, it's on the off chance that I get some form of colouring in the sun, but I might be pushing my luck a little bit, but I thought that would be a good one to take with me too. I've got one more complexion product. It's the Bobbi Brown Corrector, and my shade is Light Bisque. And I've actually never been to America, so I thought I might get a bit tired. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the change in time zones, and I don't wanna have bags. I mean, I'm obviously gonna get them, but I don't want them to be really, really noticeable. So I thought a colour corrector is the way forward. So moving on from complexion and base products, I'm gonna go to eyebrows. And the only eyebrow product that I've actually packed, which is so unlike me, is the Benefit Ka-Brow. And this is just such a good product. Once it's on, it really, really doesn't budge. You need a good cleanser to take it off. It's completely waterproof. So any kind of theme parks or water parks that we go to, I'm gonna know that my brows will be as they were at the start, right at the end, which for me is a bit of a brow fiend, is definitely something that I like to know. So next up, I'm just pulling out a few eye products that I'm going to take with me. And actually I'm taking quite a lot of individual eye products, so cream shadows and powder shadows, because I really can't decide on a palette to take with me. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll find a palette from one of the US brands when I'm there. But to tide me over until that happens, I'm taking quite a few Benefit cream eyeshadows, and they're actually my favourite formula. I haven't found any for me that rival these so far. So I'm taking the shades My Two Cents, that's a small one that came out of a set, and then I've got two full-sized ones in Bunny Hop and Birthday Suit. So Bunny Hop is quite pinky, but it's got a real blue undertone as it hits the light. It's just so brightening on the lid. It is beautiful. Birthday Suit is a kind of grey with a bit of a goldy undertone, so it goes really well with nice blue eyes. And then this one is far more coppery, My 2 Cents, and works really well if you want to do a slightly more statement eye of an evening, so that's great. And then I'm taking 2 individual MAC shadows, which are just my absolute go-to. Retrospect I have been wearing since, I don't know, maybe since I started wearing makeup, so kind of 14, 15, I think. This has been my go-to kind of simple base shadow with a little bit of sparkle, and I just can't really go anywhere without it. I'm then taking Twinks, which is a lovely brown shade, but kind of a warm brown with a little bit of purple, and it's so pretty on a smoky eye, or even just to add a little bit of depth to the crease. So to go with those eye products, I'm taking 4 eyeliners, and I don't know if that's excessive actually. Maybe it is. So I'm taking 3 pencils and 1 liquid liner. The liquid liner that I've chosen to take is the Soap & Glory Super Cat liner. And I'm taking this because of the nib. It's more of a felt tip, so it works really well for a smoky eye, but you can also get a really gentle line just across the lid. So depending on what you're going for, I think this is really versatile. The 3 pencils that I'm taking are kind of a bit different. So I'm taking a standard black kohl liner, and this is the Lancome one. I'm then taking a gold kohl pencil from Barry M, mainly to kind of brighten up the Retrospect eyeshadow a little bit. And then my last eyeliner, which I absolutely am completely in love with, is a NYX one. And what shade is this? It's in the shade Jewel, and it is so pretty. So they're the 3 that I'm taking. So I've got Jewel at the bottom, gold in the middle, and then the Lancome black one at the top. So then to go with those, I'm taking 2 mascaras that I'm actually testing out. So one of my absolute favourite products from 2016 was the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. So when I was in Superdrug last week, and I was getting our sun creams, I think, I bumped into these 2. And they are basically the 2 new mascara releases from Maybelline. They're the Push Up mascaras, and they're both really different. So the purple one is Fossil Push Up Angel mascara, and it's got a really interesting wand. It's basically just a comb. It's so different, and I really didn't think I was going to like it, but actually so far so good. My favourite out of the 2 by a mile though is this red one, so it's the Falsies Push Up Drama, and I do like quite dramatic lashes normally. I like them to look very full and quite long, and this wand is perfect for that. And for me, Maybelline are just absolutely winning on the drugstore mascaras. So the next thing I'm taking is the Benefit Cheekathon palette. I realise I'm taking quite a lot of Benefit stuff actually, but I mean, you know, if they make good products, I'm going to buy them. So there we go. Excuse this blank space here. Upsettingly, the Coralista that was in there actually smashed a couple of weeks ago, so I'm a blush down, and this was the space for the little brush that comes with it, but I don't tend to use that. So this comes with Dallas, Dandelion, Hoola and Rocketeur, and it's such a good palette to take with you because you've just got quite a few different looks here. So Dallas can be used to really warm your skin up. Hoola is just such a multifunctional product. Rocketeur has quickly become my favourite Benefit blush. I was fully on the Coralista train until it smashed, and I've been using Rocketeur since, and I am in love with it. It's amazing. So I'm taking that for my cheeks, just to save taking too many other things. Although having said that, I'm also taking a cream blush from Clinique. It's one of their chubby sticks, and it's in the shade Robust Rhubarb. That's quite an interesting name. And I really like this. I think it's really summery and really fresh on the skin, and the cream texture will just mean that if I don't fancy wearing a powder, I can just have something a little bit lighter and a bit dewier. I'm also taking the Sleek Makeup Highlighting Palette. This is such a staple. I feel like everybody, The World and His Wife, have kind of reviewed this on their blog, but completely justified. It's such a good product. So it comes with 3 powder highlighters and a cream one. There are a couple of different shades of this, but this is the Solstice palette because it just suits my complexion better. You'll notice that I'm trying to take lots of multifunctional products just to save on space, but also to give me as many options as possible. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm taking 3 lip pencils with me. 2 of them are MAC and 1 of them is NYX. And I'm absolutely loving all 3 at the moment. They're all relatively similar. They're kind of just staple lip liners that you can use with quite a few different looks. So I'll just quickly swatch them. The NYX one is in pale pink. I'm taking MAC, what's this one? Rosy Rim, which is a beautiful bright pink. And then I'm taking MAC Whirl. So these are the lip liners. So the top one that you're seeing is Whirl. Then you've got Rosy Rim, those two are MAC, and then the one underneath is the NYX Pale Pink. And then the lipsticks that I'm taking, I think I might need to add in another nude, to be honest. But I'm taking 6 lip products, but I'm there for 2 weeks and I love wearing quite bright colours. So if I start on the actual lipsticks first, I'm taking MAC Vegas Vault, I'm taking MAC Lickable, and then I've got 2 Lipstick Queen lipsticks as well, and I absolutely adore the formulas of these. They're so nice and balmy and moisturising, which in the hot weather is kind of what you want. You don't want cracked lips and too matte a look. The shades are Upper Street and Aloha. So the top 2 on my hand are the MAC ones. So you've got Lickable, no you haven't, you've got Vegas Vault and then Lickable. Underneath those MAC ones you've got the 2 Lipstick Queen, and you've got Upper East, and then the lowest one of the pinks is Aloha. And then on top of that, I'm also taking my 2 absolute favourite lip products of 2017 so far, and that's a big claim, but I'm just loving them both. They are the Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfectors. That is such a long name for a product. Couldn't they just be called Lip Perfectors? I mean, my goodness me. Anyway, I'm taking shades 01 and 02. This is really pinky and this is a little bit more peachy. What I really like about them is that they're really light on the lips. They're not too sticky for a gloss. It's almost just like being a teenager again, loving lip gloss, but actually in quite a classy and sophisticated way because they're Clarins. I really like the way that they reflect the light, and I thought on holiday with lots of sun that would be perfect. And then last but not least, I have a setting spray to take with me, and this is the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. It says it's new on there, but I got this ages ago, so it's definitely not new anymore. I'm not a massive fan of setting sprays actually. I find that they make my makeup do really weird things, but this is the only one actually so far that I've found that keeps my makeup where I put it and it lasts all the way through, and it just makes a lot of sense to take a setting spray with me for a hot holiday basically. So that is everything that I'm taking with me to Florida for 2 weeks. I know what I'm like. I'm definitely going to end up topping this up, not so much from my own collection now, but through shopping. So I'm sure there'll be some haul videos on the way soon, but please do give this video a like and I was going to say a like and a thumbs up, but that's the same thing. Basically what I was going to say, if you did like the video, please do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of other things coming for you guys, and I will see you soon.